If housing prices are going up, then how can they be affordable? The answer to that must be found in the idea that affordability is not just the price, but the ability to pay. It's not the same as cheap.
We can argue that the household income is still growing at a faster rate compared to the price of BTO flats. So BTO flats, arguably, are still affordable over the past 2 decades. The perception that HDB BTO flats are less affordable is also the type of flats that the BTO applicants aspire to own. A young household income, I think about 30 years ago, they wouldn't mind buying a 3-room HDB flats. However, I also noticed that the BTO exercise for the last few years, an increasing number of first-time applicants are actually going straight for the 4-room flats and the 5-room flats. Some of them are also planning to sell because 4-room flats can yield a bigger profit compared to a smaller flat like a 3-room flat. They treat their HDB flat partly as a trading asset. Another factor that maybe makes some people feel a bit poorer is also the overall inflation. That means the cost of living. All these items are all rising in price. It may leave them with less money, let's say for leisure, especially after they pay off their housing mortgage.
Affordability itself is really kind of a subjective notion, even though you might have objective benchmarks. HDB, as an agency, we have to measure housing affordability through different indicators. Mortgage servicing ratio is a very well-established international benchmark. That, in short, is really the proportion of income that flat buyers use to pay for the monthly installments. Globally, it's about 30 to 35%. It is reasonable for a buyer to spend about 1/3 or so of the income on a property purchase. In 2023, about 90% of our flat buyers who collected keys to the new flats have an MSR of 25% or less. Other cities might not have things like CPF contributions, so when they are using 30 to 35%, it really might be the full disposable income.
CPF, the Central Provident Fund, is firstly a retirement planning mechanism and a source of housing finance that many other countries around the world do not have. It does allow for greater affordability.
So in a way, it becomes more painless because you don't see the money being deducted from your bank account every month.